has a way of demanding attention. It stays in your body, it echoes in your mind, and it leaves imprints on your heart. Yet, most of us spend our lives trying to run away from the pain. We numb ourselves, we bury our pain, and we build a defense around it. Today I am going to talk about transforming your pain into a prose and show you the healing power of writing nonfiction. What we often overlook is that pain, when faced directly and transformed into a language, can become one of our greatest teachers. Writing nonfiction is not merely an act of documenting the incident. It is an act of reclamation. It is taking back your control. There is a shift from feeling powerless to being in a safe zone. It is how we take the narrative from what once broke us. There is a shift from feeling powerless to being in a safe zone. It is how we take back the narrative from a thing or an incident or a past that once broke us. When we put our suffering into words, we move our pain from the chaos of emotions into the order of language. Neuroscience has proved that naming a feeling reduces its intensity, and writing takes that one step further by creating a structure around our experience. The unspeakable becomes speakable. The fragmented becomes whole. We begin to see patterns, causes, and consequences, and eventually we find meaning in it. Nonfiction writing, particularly memoir and personal essays, gives us permission to look at what hurts us a lot. In the safety of the page, we can say what was too heavy to say out loud. We can revisit those painful memories that we have spent years avoiding and discover that we are strong enough to hold ourselves. Writing allows us to re-experience our pain from the place of agency. Instead of being defined what happened to us, we become the narrator of the whole story. At this point of time, I would like to suggest a writing exercise for you. After I have shared that exercise, you can pause the video, do that exercise, and come back and watch this video further. So the exercise I have it for you is, you need to identify one of the most painful moments of your life. Just write about what happened before the incident, what happened during that event, and what happened after it. So how was the life before the incident, how it was when the incident was happening, and how it changed you. Welcome back. I hope it was a successful exercise for you. It might not have been easy to relive your past, but once you write about it, you see a profound difference between reliving the past and being the author of the incident. Just reliving it again and again keeps you stuck in the loop. You just keep playing the old scenes in your head without making any sense of it. In fact, the emotions and the thoughts entangle with each other, and you are not able to differentiate the reality from whatever it has got created in your mind. By reauthoring, you invite yourself to step into the role of a narrator. You zoom out. You see not just what happened, but who you were before, who you became, and who you are still becoming. You even get to see the role of others, what they were playing, what kind of emotions they were going through. With the writing exercise, there is an integration of truth with perspective, and you are able to see everything from a new angle. In this way, writing is not about erasing or glorifying your past. It is about reframing it. Through prose, the hurt that once made you feel unworthy, actually becomes a catalyst of gaining your self-respect. A loss might emerge as the origin of a new story of your resilience. And the facts don't change, but the meaning that you assign to them changes, and it opens the path of your healing. Once you're done with this writing exercise, ask yourself, what did this experience teach you? How has it shaped you of who you are now? And then, as a next step, you can revisit the same event and write it by involving all your 5 senses. Add details to it and see what kind of feelings arise in you. Because writing nonfiction demands courage. You need to be honest not only with the world, but with yourself. And this honesty is liberating. It reduces the shame or guilt or regret around the pain. It exposes the fear to a new light. It makes the fear seems to be real, and it helps you to let it go. It connects you to others in a ways nothing else can. And readers who are willing to read your story, they are not looking for perfection. They never enjoy perfection because perfection is fake. They resonate with vulnerability. Your story, the raw moments, the unpolished version, might turn out to be a lifeline for someone who actually needs a hope or courage to live a life. And even if when no one ever reads your story, the act of writing itself helps you to own your story and helps you to heal. You become witness of your own life. You validate your experiences. You offer yourself the empathy you always deserved. I have come to a realization that the most powerful stories are often born from pain. Pain is not glamorous. Pain is real. And if you talk to successful authors, you will get to know about the pain they have gone through. And by writing about it, we discover that once that felt like an ending was actually the beginning of a larger game. You could see that you were meant to go through that pain to evolve and to become a better version of yourself. Your wounds become wisdom. Your suffering, once in a shapeless and silent form, turns it into sentences that carry weight, that carry a message and a purpose to be shared with the world. In the end, transforming pain into prose is not about moving on. It is about moving through. It is about turning the raw material of your hardest moments into something that can sustain, illuminate, and perhaps even inspire. Writing can never change the past. The past is done, but it can change how you live your past. And that change, may be subtle, is nothing short of profound. As I reach to the end of this video, I would recommend you to revisit your story from the perspective of who you are today. Speak to your past self and say whatever you want to tell them, and tell them what they want to hear. This is Vandana Sehgal. Today I spoke to you about the healing power of writing nonfiction. I have been writing nonfiction for almost 15 years, and I know the transformation it can bring into you. If you need help in gathering the courage to write your story, reach out to me. I know you are much bigger than your own story, and I can help you in shaping you into a better version of yourself.